Well, today on Nation, a window cleaners podcast, we're talking about what to do when it gets slow. Like, what things can we do? What should we not do? It may be a little bit slower now, but how do we deal with that? So if you're a window cleaner, thinking about getting into window cleaning, or just somehow love to listen to podcasts about window cleaning, stay tuned to WCR Nation. What's up, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com, and you are here. What is up? If it's your first time here, have a look around. Of course, this has been going on 8 years. If it's not your first time here, well, thanks for being back, coming back, being here. It's a combination, you know. Today we're talking about being slow, and I know we're coming off spring. Some of us are getting into the slow kind of dip in summer, and I'll tell you, it's really common right now to be a little bit slower than you would typically be, say, like a month ago. And I wish I knew exactly why, but I think the reason we slow down in the summer is because everybody's on vacation, right? If they have younger kids or they have something, they're going out of town, they're doing this. It's just the dog days of summer. A lot of times it doesn't rain for a while. It's just, nothing kind of gunking up the windows and making everything look gross. It's just starting to kind of cover. As soon as you start getting rains coming in, well, then you get the spotting from the dirt that's on the glass, and then people go, oh, right? Or they're prepping then for kind of that fall season, getting things ready. But nonetheless, it gets slower. By the way, if you're watching this on Spotify or listening to this on Spotify, or whatever, please let me know if you're getting slower now, or if not. And if you're even smarter about your business, tell me the percentage dip between June to July. What's the percentage difference? I'd love to know, because I know for me it was always that way, and it just seems like everybody kind of gets slower. Now, you can have a busier July than you've ever had. That's awesome. But it's still going to be a little bit lower than, say, June typically, right? May is usually the big month. June's pretty close, but tapering, and then you kind of get a dip. And that's okay also. I mean, the dips happen almost regular. We're in a seasonal business. We know it's going to happen, but when it does happen, all of a sudden, especially coming off spring, we're like, man, I'm so slow. I don't remember what to do. It's like in winter, getting into spring, all of a sudden you're like, I'm so busy, I don't remember being this busy. Well, it's been a while. Probably don't remember, right? So the why it gets slow is kind of important, because so many of us kind of just go, well, it's slow. What do? I advertise. That's not great. I'll talk about advertising kind of in a second, but the why is more important, because the reason things slow down is kind of what people have in their head. So we have to figure that out. Now, if I knew all the answers, I'd be a billionaire. I don't. I can only guess. I don't know what your thoughts are on why it gets slow. Again, if you want to comment, have a conversation, that would be amazing. Really, anywhere that you see it, put a comment, but tell me why you think it's getting slow for you. Now, why I say why is important is because if people are on vacation right now and that's why they're not cleaning, then if you go, hey, want to get your windows cleaned? And they're like, well, no, I'm going to, the Bahamas here in a minute or whatever. Or we're going on our summer trip. Or we're doing, like, they have so many other things in their brain that may not be able to be done, right? So then what do? If we know the why, then we know how to talk to them. Like, why are you not having your windows done? What's the reason, right? In, spring. If you're getting into the spring season and all of a sudden it's super busy, you go, well, why is it so busy? Well, it's spring. No, but why? Well, because you go into winter, and winter's gloomy and gray and just kind of blah. Like, I live in North Carolina, which we have flowers all year round, but all of our trees turn to sticks, and it's like, ugh, We still have the sun, but we have Bermuda grass. That turns brown, sticks in the tree. Like, when spring comes, all of a sudden it's like, oh, the flowers are going to start blooming. Oh, they're blooming. I have my windows clean so I can see them. Right? Now they want to see. So that's a reason why they do it in spring, but then why in the summer do they drop down? When you're doing a cleaning in spring, you understand why they want it done. You advertise to that. In a dip, why are they not doing it? Because you want to advertise either against that or to help that, of why they're not, right? The real thing in advertising is that if you're going through the desert, you've been in the desert for 2 days, you've not had any water, and you go, oh, I want some water. And I go, well, you are in luck. I have the juiciest cheeseburger. You'd be like, no, I want water. Well, I could have a great ad. I could have cool pictures. I could, you can get the half pound, like super burger with bacon. And you're like, no, I don't want that. I want water. Well, when somebody's been in the desert for 2 days, selling them water would be easier. I got water. You want it? Yes. Give me all the money that's in your, give me the shirt on your back. And we've got, fine, give me the water. Understanding what they want and why they want it is very important. And that's both sides, right? It's also the reason why when you put an ad, you understand why they're buying and why they're not buying. Like, that's very important too, is when it slows down, why? Like, the why part in your area, in your whatever, has to be. Anyway, I'm off the why, but that's so important because that's how you know what you're going to be saying, how you're going to be saying it, who you're going to be talking to, all that stuff, right? But now you go, okay, well, they're slower, they're whatever, I got to advertise. Like, it's slow right now, I got to advertise. Man, I'm going to be doing this drop of EDDM, I'm going to do that. Stop. Just like the guy in the desert. How amazing of an ad could you do for a cheeseburger? If the guy wants water and he doesn't want the cheeseburger, you could spend $1 million in advertising to this one guy and it wouldn't get him to buy a cheeseburger because he's looking for water. So we have to figure out the why, and then we get into the advertising. If you're advertising, I think advertising is a year-round thing to some degree, but hear me out. I'm not talking paid, because there's paid advertising, there's free advertising, and there's marketing. Those are really kind of the categories, okay? Marketing is something separate. That's like SEO. That's like not an ad, like, hey, come by right now. It's like, hey, here's who we are, right? Marketing is putting yourself kind of out there, just getting people recognition. That should be going on all the time. Free advertising should be going on all the time. It sounds so ridiculous in free advertising because it's kind of like marketing, but you can do a lot of free stuff. You could put something in a email blast that's relatively free. You could post something in, say, a Facebook market for window cleaning. You could kind of tell people in a group on Facebook what you're doing. You don't want to overdo that, because they're free and they're whatever. But anything you do there, if it's free, it just costs your time. Like, if you go and spend a lot of money, you're not going to make the ROI to make it worthwhile. And maybe you will, but I've not heard of anybody. Like, when things are really slow, it's like February. What if I gave you $100,000 in February or January, for that matter, whatever? Here's $100,000, put some ads out. Do you think you'd even make $100,000 back? No. You'd have a couple probably. But see, that's where then it doesn't make worthwhile. When I give you $100,000 in May, you could turn that $100,000 into millions. I mean, a million at least, right? If you did the right ad and the right thing and you hired a company and did, but then it's in the right time. Obviously, you can't take on $1 million worth of work, but you get the idea, right? I do exaggerations to kind of make a point. So spending money in advertising isn't something to do. And here's a hard truth that people don't like to hear. Everybody has kind of an excuse. There's a difference between a reason and an excuse, right? And I always tell people, if you're slow now, it's because you didn't advertise well enough in spring. You didn't advertise well enough when it was hot. So many people end up taking kind of the approach, I'm so busy I can't advertise. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're so busy because everybody wants your service. It's the easiest time to make a better ROI. So do that. Advertise, right? If I would have advertised really heavy in June, people are still, it's not as much, but I'm still getting it. I would have filled up into July, right? I could have talked to the people with the bigger contracts or any type of job that I could have then put into summer, which is the July part. So when that happens, it's kind of too late, right? And I'll go, I know this isn't about winter necessarily. It's about slowing down. Maybe you're listening to this when it is winter, but when I'm recording it, it's sure not. But if your winter is a very hard winter, it's because you didn't advertise enough or schedule the things. When people are like, well, yeah, I can advertise in November to get something in February. No, but what you can do is I'm advertising heavy in commercial, not route, commercial. That's like, mid-rise buildings that once every twice a year, once every 6 months. Those type of buildings, you could put in whatever. Okay, I know I'm slowest in March. My May really kicks off, right? So I'm taking those jobs in the commercial jobs and putting it in March. Maybe I'm a little good in March, but February's slower. I'm putting those in February. You can tailor the jobs, but once it comes to that time, it's too late. Because again, it's not in somebody's head, right? That's the big piece to this whole thing. The other piece is this dentist close that I've preached on forever, literally life-changing for your business. But that's getting people in every 6 months. What if they do it in fall? Then you schedule it in spring. What if it's pre-spring? They're getting it done regular, right? So when you're looking at the slow time, it will never be as slow as it is right now. Because next year you'll have more customers. And if you're doing things right, in my opinion, you're starting to do more frequency, more repeat work, right? And then you're putting it in when it needs to be put in. Here's the interesting thing about season. Think about your actual year of 12 months, and then think of every 6 months. Now, if you did something in May, 6 months makes some sense. You're late in fall, but you could. What if somebody came in June? 6 months is December. You can tailor it kind of into those and fill the spots, but that's absolutely fine. Understand that when they want it now, the delivery part is fine because they're getting on kind of a rotation, right? So I won't get into that, but you get the idea. Very, very big fan of that. When you're putting everything out, though, in the advertising side of it and the marketing and everything else, it's not marketing for the exact time, or I shouldn't say it's not exact marketing the exact same between times, right? Your marketing and your advertising all ends up being on what it is, right? If people are going on vacation now and that's why they're not booking, maybe you play that, right? Going on a trip with the family this summer? Well, we'll take care of the windows, give you guys some free time. You'll come back to clean windows or whatever, right? You could kind of play off that. And again, know why so you know who you're talking to. When you're speaking their language, you're selling the guy water who just came out of the desert. It's very important. Don't just throw something against the wall and be like, oh, no, let's hope it sticks. Anyway, this week's podcast is brought to you really pretty awesome. But hold on, don't leave yet. This week's podcast is brought to you by me. I'm a rep for windowcleaner.com. I know, shameless plug. I have to do it because that's how I make money and live and other things I like to do, like eat food and be able to drink water if I'm in the desert. So let me put your orders in. 862-312-2026 is my cell. Call me, text me even better because I'm on the phone all day, every day. Be like, yo, Jersey, it's in my cart. All you have to do is click save this cart. No matter if it's a big order, a little order, it does not matter. Save it, let me know. I'll put the order in and I'll do a little jig when I do. You won't see that, of course, but I'll do it to myself. So please let me put your orders in. Really, really appreciate it. Speaking of orders, I want to say thank you to 3 people. I pick 3 people every week just at random that have put orders in with me. First, Dan Martin. What's up, man? Thank you. Mark Thomas. How's it going? Thank you for everything. And Emily Baker. Thank you. Unfortunate events, but appreciate that you use us for that. So either way, I want to say thank you to you guys. I picked 3 people at random, so, Oh, by the way, Cool Kid sticker version number 4 is out right now. So if you also mention the Cool Kid sticker, I'll make sure to add one of those. And collect them all like a Pokemon. Anyway, also, if you guys haven't looked it up, I don't have one sitting here apparently on my desk, but American Window Cleaner magazine. It's the greatest paper I don't understand why you don't have it yet. Realistically, the magazine is awesome. I just want to suck it all in. I want to be a nerd. I want to be able to, have all the knowledge I could possibly have on the industry, on what we do. Maybe you're the same. Go to awcmag.com. Get a subscription. It's $69. That's an entire year of magazines to your door every month. And they come with the new sticker sheets every single month. So, get a subscription. And also, if you're talking about CRMs, I got a link in the bio. Or shoot me a message. I can send it to you. But it's for Jobber, a CRM that's phenomenal. I've never recommended a CRM before, Jobber, because everyone I've tried has kind of been like, I've done multiple demos, and over the years things have kind of changed, but nothing was great enough. I did this last demo now in about spring with Jobber, and it's freaking awesome. So anyway, started saying I'd mention them, and I get credit for that too, I think, if you use my link, of course. Anyway, okay. So we talked about the everything, and it all really does come back to that why. So again, always be thinking of the why. Why are they not buying from you? What is the reason? Now, we don't know 100%, but I want to kind of, I want to give you an example of something because you think maybe I'm nuts, but every one of you, by the way, if you're here, comments and let me know if this is absolutely true. And just say yes or no, and I'll know what you're talking about, but random people who are watching will not understand. But in spring, tell me if this happens every single year. On one day, you have 1 call, 2 calls, whatever it is. The next day, you have 40 calls, and you're like, what the heck? All 40 people did not talk to each other and be like, are you calling the window guy today? I am. We should call on together. But it all happened at the same time with multiple people, maybe in multiple cities, multiple areas, multiple services. Why? Why? That's the answer. That's the key to everything. And the same thing is, why is nobody wanting to buy something in summer? There's not really a reason. Clean windows are clean windows any time of year. But why? Let's talk to the why, right? So now you know that why, and then you could put everything together. You're advertising, that kind of thing. But behind the scenes, the biggest thing you could do is prep, right? Prepping for the season can't be done in the season. And I've said this a couple times, and I'll say it again, but the biggest companies are more busy in winter than they are in the busy season like spring. And you're like, well, that's stupid. Why would you say that? It's not because of the window cleaning. That happens. As I drink water of my sore throat here. But it's not the cleaning, because the cleaning is going to happen, right? But when you're so busy cleaning and you can't keep up and your schedule's booked out months or weeks, whatever, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm putting out fires, I'm doing all this stuff. You're not doing the extra stuff. You're not getting the vehicles maintained and you're not doing all of that stuff because you're too busy doing other things. But in the slow season, right now, say you have multiple trucks, say you have 1 truck, get the oil done, get the brakes done. If your wrap's not looking good, get it wrapped. If you have the time now, do it, because the secondary busy season's coming right up. And prep is one of those things that a lot of people get into this time of year and they go, all right, I was going to take a break. Man, the spring is crazy. And they forget this is a roller coaster. You have up of spring, down in summer, up in fall, down in winter. And you go, what the heck? Well, you have to understand that a lot of the pieces to this whole business thing all come down to what can be done when. And I don't know about you, but I don't think there's a chance for me to pull a truck out to do maintenance, to do vehicle wrap. It might take a couple days or do whatever in the busy season. It's just, I can't move things around. I can't make it happen. It's too much. But you can if it's slower. And if, say, you're redoing a wrap, that's a great time. Winter's a great time. But do it now, because then all fall you're going to drive around with these new trucks that all look the same and crispy, right? The prep time is so far down on most people's kind of radar that it gets missed a lot. And it gets missed a lot because people end up not forgetting, but it's so prioritized low that everything else comes ahead. So you got to find time for that. It's like doing anything else that's unpleasant. Say you're doing your taxes. I hope you have a person doing them. But you're like, okay, I'm getting my taxes done. I got to do it on this date. It will get done then because it's scheduled in. It's doing something. Otherwise, you're just going to wait till the last minute. We've all been there, right? Prep is huge. Prep is the thing, like right now on my own truck, I have to get a oil change. Okay. Well, if I'm too busy to get that, then what happens? I don't get the oil change, right? Brakes, tires. There's a lot of things. Just prepping everything. New gear. We're really, really, really busy right now. And the reason is because everybody's stocking up. Everybody is stocking up for fall. So they have things, new things. People are buying new systems. They're getting, we're bringing on a new truck. We're going to bring this. But more people are going, well, I got all these trucks. I need to re-outfit everything. We're just updating things. I need, 3 new poles. We're going to put... It's because right now they're prepping for the big season of fall. Fall is a busy season. Not as busy as spring, of course, but we're getting that last big push. And if you're not ready, you're not going to make it happen. And if you have nothing but time right now, which, yes, I know we're still working, it's just slow. What about building systems? What about, not water-fed systems, obviously, but what about like building a system of how money's collected? Or your introduction, your outro. Maybe you're not doing the dentist close. What if you build that? What if you build kind of the way that things work so that now when fall starts, everything is easier, streamlined, more fast-paced, connected. The big piece of this is that everybody, a lot of times, there's a difference between a business owner mindset. I genuinely think that. And a lot of people are like, oh man, I'm slow right now. I don't have work. Okay. But you have a company. There's so many other pieces to a company than there is just doing the work right now. Like literally. That's why business owners are working on Saturdays sometimes or middle of the night. There's so many pieces that have to get done. And if you're not doing those, you're affecting the business. It's a dumb idea. But say you're looking at like a USP. Say you're working on your USP, okay? And then you're rebranding the company. If you don't do that now, when are you going to do that? Say you do that in winter, you're slow. Okay. So that means that everybody that sees your company from now until winter doesn't see any of the branding. If you would have started now, then by the time winter came, you would have already had a huge rollout. Like the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. The second best time's today, right? The thing is that when you do all these and the systems and the building of the business has to happen to make a business run. How do you think $1 million company happens? Do you think they just do the same thing you're doing now? And they're like, I don't know, I just make it work. Hopefully no. It's systemized. Everything's systemized. But you don't have times to rebuild things until it's slower. Because you're too busy putting out fires. You're too busy getting to work. You're too busy taking calls and making this and doing your estimates, and you're just too busy. The priorities drop down. But in a good business, you go, okay, slower. Now I can do those other things. They don't ever go away. Rebuilding your systems so that things get better, right? Say you are running crews or a crew, and the crew chief in that crew, the guy that talks to the customer or lady, say they don't have a system in how they talk. Every time they talk is a little bit different. Do you not think that if you somehow scripted, not hard scripts, I don't like hard scripts, but put it out there that these are the things you're talking about to every customer, and you have to make this happen, do you think you could improve it? Do you think they ever forget something? Do you think their dentist clothes would go up? Do you think their add-ons would go up? Yes. Business is a lot more than just doing the work. It's a lot more. The work is the job. The business is the thing. And it takes a lot to make the business thing successful. You have time to do that now. The other time is everybody's like, how do I get jobs right now? Okay, calm down. The only reason you're wanting to get jobs right now, trying to boost up in a season, again, February, people are like, I'm doing EDDM. Just keep your money, bro. It's because you don't have money and you're starting to worry. And that's the last thing in all of this, is that it is too late now to plan for money through fall or through summer. But it is not too late to create a system to have money through the winter. Because when winter comes, it's the same thing, really slow. And then what happens is December, everybody's like, oh yeah, it's great. All of a sudden, January, all you see is gear for sale. Because guys did not plan right. It's really slow. It's so cold. We're not getting any customers. I don't know. We're going to advertise. Stop. You can prep right now for that. And here's the thing. Find out what your monthly expenses are to run your business. Okay? Well, I have payroll. I have overhead. I have it comes out to $5,000 a month, whatever. Probably not $5,000 a month, but your business may be something different, right? Okay, what are your slow months? Well, we do all right halfway through December, but we have January, February, and then like halfway through March. Okay, it's 3 months. What you do is you take 3 months of expenses total for everything, $15,000. The rest of the year, you go, okay, I'm putting this much every single month. Boom, 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 boom. Every time we do deposits, every month, or whatever, I'm putting in the account so that when winter comes, by the time December hits, I have January, February, March already there. I just pull out of this account. Because guess what? You're still going to have customers. But now you're not worried for the slow time because you got that covered. In May, were you not rolling in cash on your yacht? Some of you. But yeah, we were all cash rich, right? We go, oh man, we can do this and this and this and what? Or we could understand we're a seasonal business and plan the entire year instead of the season. And that's the big piece you cannot do now. But all the people who are out there going, what should I do to advertise? What should I do to advertise again? Are you ever guys slow? They're panicked because they don't have the funds. They don't have the funds because they didn't plan for this. You can take your company and you do this on a salary, say. So it is possible. And you go, okay, so my expenses with my payroll and the guy's payroll for 40 hours a week, we'll say that comes out to whatever it is, $10,000, we'll say. $10,000 every single month. That's the slow months and the busy months. $10,000 in May, you made that in a week. Okay? Guess what? Everything else goes into an account that covers for the slow. 10,000. I take 10,000 and I divide that up into the slow seasons and everything else, and I get it into this account. So that means that every month I know $10,000. I got that. All those extra money is all stuff I can do for advertising, everything else. When you get to the slow time, perfect. But here's the thing. You will then regulate that there are no slow times. Because you made $40,000 in May. Well, that's 4 months of $10,000 expenses. If you're in May, you made $40,000, we'll say. And now, mind you, I know there's advertising and stuff, so that comes out of it. You should have that based on your last one. That's a whole nother video. We got lots of those. But if you have that, say you use $10,000 for that month, you then have $30,000 to put into an account that separates for 3 months. That means that your busy month of May would have taken care of winter. Guess what? June's pretty busy. Now it takes care of your summer. You now have all the money saved. No matter what happens, you're not worried. You're not doing what you see out there as this panic thing where people are like, but I need something. I'm going to spend $5,000 on EDDM. It just didn't work. Yeah, I know it didn't work. Summer slowdown's a lot different than winter for reasons and everything else. But if you plan for it, which you cannot do once the season happens, it's money that drives things. And if you look back and you're like, man, we made so much in spring. What'd you do with it? I don't know. What if, crazy thought, you took that, put it into an account where you kept it, and say again, $10,000, you need $120,000 for the entire year of expenses. Now, you know spring is going to be good. You know months are going to be good, right? So let's break that down and go, okay, well, 6 months of the year I know are slower. I'm going to put $60,000 into an account. When we get out of that and we're back into spring, you have a surplus, or it stays in that account. If I need X amount of expenses always in there, keep it there. And then what happens is next spring when you make $40,000, I got all my yearly done. Now I can do all the stuff with this, right? Think about business as a long play, just like a short play. We can't do some things because it's already here. And if you wait too long, all of a sudden it's slow. Now what should I do? And then you're stuck, right? So anyway, I hope you're not too slow, but I hope you take those to heart. Maybe go out, and if you do route, go do some route sales. If you're slow enough, go pick up some route. That'll be a year-long thing. But prep for it. Remember, even if you need the money now, there's a few things you can do. There's so much more to your business, you make more money later, right? And don't panic. It is something that will happen every 6 months, forever, as long as you're in this industry. And winter's harder. You probably don't remember, but it's going to be harder. Anyway, okay. Really, guys, I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. Shameless plug. It's the reason. I was going to say way and reason. That's the reason. It's the reason. By the way, if you want to comment a random word, put wheezin in there. I am a rep for windowcleaner.com. It's how I make my money. It costs you nothing extra. Literally, it does not cost you extra. In fact, I'll make sure that you get a free gift. I make sure your fitment's good. If you got questions, that's what I'm there for. And it's like a virtual high five that you watch the content, you like the content, and hopefully you use me. You're going to be buying stuff anyway. Is that fair? You're buying window cleaning supplies. Why not buy it from me? Huh? Got no answer, do you? No, you're not ever going to miss a sale if you text me during a sale. If you text me at 3 a.m. on a Saturday, you're still going to get it. I'll place the order on Monday morning, and you'll still get whatever deal or sale. And no, we don't ship at 3 in the morning on a Saturday. We don't ship on Sundays. In fact, Saturday, Sunday, anything after 5 on a Friday, we do not ship until Monday. So I don't know why somebody texts me sometimes at like 3 in the morning. They're like, hey, you got to order. And then like 10 minutes later, they're like, oh, sorry, I couldn't wait. Just put it in. What? If I place that at 3 a.m. on Saturday or on Monday, it's going to still ship at the same exact time in the same exact truck. I don't get it. Anyway, that's my rant. Also, get a subscription to American Window Cleaner Magazine, the greatest magazine for window cleaners. I should know. I own it. And Jobber is also the most amazing software or CRM for window cleaning that I've ever come across, but I don't own that. But I think it's pretty awesome. So anyway, hopefully until next time, you guys go out there and fill your time, stay busy, but more importantly, be epic.